Um, okay guys, so basically this is a bit of a, like, I guess a different video, not really, but a bit of a different video. It's been a while, but, you can probably tell this is a game called Paladins now. This game has gotten a lot of, a lot of hate since it's been out, because a lot of people have been saying that it is an Overwatch clone and it's ripping off Overwatch, and I know everyone is entitled to their opinions, and my personal opinion is that it really kind of isn't. I mean, there are some aspects definitely that you can tell, like Victor. This guy, Victor, yeah, he's pretty similar to Soldier 76. This one, Sky, is really similar to Sombra. Pip is really similar to, I mean, there's a lot of similarities, but in my personal opinion, I would have to say that this is its own unique game. And I guess this video is just going to be showing you guys some of it. So let's just join a queue. I will put out there that I did buy the Founders Pack, because it's much better to have it and not have to grind out everything to get champions, and you get all the new champions as they come out. So like I said, and it was only $20, so can't really complain there. It does have daily quests, so weekly quests. It resets every 7 days, I think. Oh, well, I guess I'll explain that a little bit more. But you can get essence, which you use to create these loadout cards. So let's play as Tyra. A lot of people have been playing as her, so I figure I will play as her. But basically, loadout cards. Essentially, you can make your own little card deck, as they call it. I just use air quotations. But you can use a card deck, which will...
Put the hat on. Put the hat on. It's great.
How would you put it?
I like that hat.
This is probably extremely loud. I'm gonna turn down the volume whenever we get into the game, because this is very loud, and I am experiencing that with you guys.
Yeah, right about now.
So, but basically, loadout cards are things you can use. Some of them will give you more health, like base health. Some of them will give you some of your abilities will deal more damage. Some of your abilities will heal you whenever you use them. It's really kind of complicated, but once you kind of look into it, I guess,
the gods are watching.
You can kind of
rushing,
get a hold. So these are the legendary cards, which are kind of passive abilities. So this is, I get 30% light. Now there's different things here. So increase my maximum health by 150, gain 20% reload. So I'll definitely go more in depth about everything. I need to turn down the volume because it's really loud, at least the music. It's super loud. There we go. That should be a lot better. I don't even know if you can hear it, but it should be a lot better. So I don't have a spray for Tyra. Basically, the way that you get sprays is by getting cards that are like super legendary and rare.
There's some fighting you after all.
Get over there and escort the dang thing out of the way. Let's play for real, guys.
Okay. Already not off to a good start. We're already doing pretty bad. So that's pretty good. Yeah, this game definitely can be really one way at times. At least it seems that way. Because a lot of the times there are a lot of sort of, I guess, cheap loadouts to use that can be very, very annoying and very pesky. For example, these guys, they have 2 damage, a tank, and a support, so they have a really like a good composition. So
Careful, I bite back.
Jesus, I don't know. So you get they're really not they're not you can tell that they're really honestly kind of not that good at the game because they're just sitting in our spawn. I'm getting a little I suppose you could say I'm getting a bit triggered by what they're doing because it can be annoying. This game is definitely, you can tell it's in early access because there's a lot of balance issues, honestly. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of balancing issues. There are some heroes that will feel really overpowered, and obviously at the end of the day, it does just kind of fall down to who is using them. You know, if it's someone who's like, you know, let's say someone who's really good at Pip, and they use Pip, well, they're going to be pretty good at Pip, and he's going to seem really overpowered whenever he really isn't that overpowered. You know? I mean, if anything, Pip is underpowered. He's good to play, but he's definitely underpowered, in my opinion.
Give them hell.
I made a bad decision. That was not a good decision. Oh my god, it's so loud. I never played this with headphones, guys. I'm really sorry. I seriously haven't. I never played this with headphones. So I'm sorry about that. It's just all about figuring out the settings, you know. Oh man, that was beautiful.
Enemy killing spree.
But back to what I was saying about people saying that it was an Overwatch clone. Honestly, it really isn't. Just obviously, I know that's my opinion. I think obviously a lot, but really, I mean, it's just kind of its own unique game. There really is not much copying going on. I mean, you can tell it was influenced by Overwatch a lot. I mean, you can definitely tell that because, you know, I mean, he has a grenade launcher, you know, but then again, Overwatch and Blizzard, they don't earn the rights to a character who can have a grenade launcher, you know, I mean, it's just one of those things, but, it's a good game, really. I would, if you don't think you're gonna like it, it is free to play, so you can just download it right now. It gives you a couple of heroes at the beginning of whenever you start playing, so there is that, but if you don't know if you're gonna want to be, you know, into it or whatever, definitely don't, you know, just go out and just buy the Founders Pack. I definitely wouldn't, you know, just do that, but in my opinion, a lot of people call it a free-to-play Overwatch. I would kind of agree with that. It does kind of seem like it. But if you want a cheaper alternative to Overwatch, like you want Overwatch but you don't want to spend the $40 or $60, I would say that this game would be the perfect game to get. At least in my opinion, obviously.
Enemy killing spree.
But yeah, I definitely would recommend it to anyone who wants to play Overwatch. I'm repeating myself a lot. I'm sorry. But I definitely would, because it is only $20, and I mean, I know that doesn't necessarily make it sound awesome, because it's like, oh, it's cheap. Well, it's in early access, so it's essentially like buying into an early access game, except a cheaper early access game, because most early access games are pretty expensive to buy into. But you know, I mean, if you, and I mean, you don't even have to buy the Founders Pack. You can literally just go, you can go through this game without spending any money, just for the fact that it is free to play, obviously, but the only things that you would really need to spend money on would be the skins. That's about it, because, I mean, if you're the type of person who wants the skins, they're actually, yeah, well, they're kind of cheap. I mean, not really cheap, but they could be considered cheap. But well, let's get into the hero that I'm talking about, because I'm losing my train of thought already. the hero that I'm playing, her name is Tyra, and you can probably tell she has a machine gun. She also has a grenade launcher and a flame thing.
Careful.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Enemy killing spree.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. This was supposed to be a review, but it just kind of turned into me talking about the game. I guess core game mechanics, they're pretty good. Really, the worst bug that I have experienced in this game is horrible, like, server connection. I mean, there is really bad server connection. Because I have had times where I have been in the game and you can't check your ping. So I suppose that's a downside. You should be able to hold tab and be like, hey, there's my ping. But they don't do that, which I think is kind of stupid, because you should allow people to check out their ping. So, I mean, but, you know, that's really the worst bug that I've encountered, is just horrible connection. But other than that, it seems pretty good, and it is made by Hi-Rez Studios, yeah. And they're the ones who made Smite, which, if anyone who knows what Smite is, or if you don't know what Smite is, it's essentially a third-person MOBA with, instead of playing, you know, these random thought-of characters, you play as gods and goddesses, you know, like Greek gods, Nordic gods, just any type of god you can play as. Oh, jeez. I'm dead. Oh, man. Yeah, there's definitely some... This game really plays into counters. That's what this game loves. That's what this game is mostly about, is countering the enemy. So you see, like, Grover, he's really, really good at range, but as soon as you get up in his face, like if you're playing as, like, Maeve or something, as soon as you get up into his face, he really can't do that well, because he doesn't have... I don't think... No, that's Ruckus. Yeah, Ruckus is really good at range, but as soon as you get up into his face, he has really low mobility, so he won't be able to do much. I'm killing that guy. I don't care. I just had to kill that guy. I had a personal vendetta against him. But a lot of people in this game, they definitely do like to play into counters, and it can be annoying, and honestly, Rage, I've had my fair share of raging at this game. We're probably gonna lose, mostly just because we don't really have a good team comp. I don't think so, at least. We have 4 damage and 1 healer, so, you know, I mean, there's that, where there's, you know, literally no front line, and I cannot play a front line. I've tried, and I have tried. I can't. I mean, I am very bad. I am very bad at playing a frontline hero. Oh wow, that was awesome. Let me just kill you. Wow, that is... Oh, I killed myself, didn't I? No, apparently he killed me. Wow, that was fun. That was awesome. I don't know what happened there. I'm not gonna question it though. I am perfectly okay with it. Her ultimate is... It can either be really good, or it can be absolutely horrible, because there are some times where an enemy hero would just run up to you and just murder you in the face. And then, like, oh, well, what do I do now? You know, I mean... Another thing, this game does not have as much backstory and lore as Overwatch does, just because it doesn't have the huge million, billion, trillion dollars that Blizzard has to really be able to use for this gun game. So you can probably assume it's not going to have a super large amount of backstory. It has some backstory with some of the heroes, but the backstory of, you know, most of the heroes is not very much. So, oh man. But yeah, it doesn't have very much back. It's still so loud. I have no idea why. Audio. There. goodness, that is so loud. But yeah, it doesn't have much backstory to it. I think the main part of backstory would be the crystals that are sort of the premium currency that you use to buy skins and other extra things. Is sort of like a power source. I think. I really don't. I haven't really been involved with this game's lore, so I don't really know. But I do know that. But I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm getting sidetracked with everything. It's a pretty bad review. I guess downsides to this game. You really it kind of urges you to buy the Founders Pack, just because it will take a little while to get everything, you know, all the heroes. And I do dislike the fact that most skins you have to pay money for. There are some skins, but they're not very cool, I guess. They're just sort of like color changes, you know, and that's about it. So, you know, not really the best. But, you know, I mean, that's what, in this game, it is definitely different from Overwatch, because in Overwatch, you know, you see people running around with the legendary skins and all these other awesome skins, but in this game, you're not going to see many people with those. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to be seeing people with normal skins, just basic color changes, really, because that's about all that there is with the skins in this game, is mostly just color changes. It'll just change, you know, the basic color of it. I mean, obviously it's a color change. But yeah, I mean, you know, the skins aren't the best. I mean, some of them seem kind of nice. Now, would I be willing to spend money on these skins? No. Me, personally, I would not. I don't like buying microtransactions in the first place. So, I definitely don't think that I would be... Oh, I think I got play of the game. Play of the match. Whatever it is. Oh, I did. Oh, yeah. I'm amazing. No. But, I mean, really, it's a good game. And a lot of people have given it a lot of hate ever since it's been out. And I would just combat that by saying it really is a good game. I think a lot of people, they just have that mentality of what they've heard, and it's an Overwatch clone, you know. And so I think if people would honestly just kind of give it a chance, I think that they would probably come to like it. I play both Paladins and Overwatch, just so that way people will know. I play both of the games. So I'm not biased towards anything. But yeah, guys, I'm actually planning on live streaming this game today. So if you want to watch me live stream the game, then check out the description down below. It will have the link to my Twitch channel. Where if you want to, if you have a Twitch account, you can go over there. You can watch me play it. I'm just going to be playing it, having a fun time. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good day, I guess.